OSI is 7-layer architecture with each layer having specific functionality to perform. All 7 layers work together to transmit the data from source node to destination node. So, to understand the functionality of each layer, watch the video till the end. Here we understand how sender sends the data to receiver. OSI is a theoretical model and it is very important to understand in computer networks. OSI stands for Open System Interconnection. This model has 7 layers. Each node talks to the corresponding layer of destination node. All layers adding control information to the data coming from the above layer. Receiver reads all this information in corresponding layer. Let's take the example to understand all 7 layers of OSI protocol stack in detail. Suppose here sender computer wants to send email to server. Say hello words. First your email applications use the application layer protocol like SMTP that provides the set of commands to tell the server how to handle the data. Suppose you are accessing website, you can use HTTP protocol which sends different information to load the website in your browsers like Chrome, Firefox, Internet Explorer, Opera, Edge, Safari, etc. In our email example, data from application layer is now goes to the presentation layer. Presentation layer converts system specific data to specific network format like ASCII. Presentation layer is also responsible for data compression for the fast transfer and encryptions of data for secure transmissions and protect the data from hacking. Now this data goes to the next layer called session. Session layer is responsible for starting, maintaining and ending connections between the sender and receiver during the data transfer. Session layer also synchronize related stream of data like video and audio stream during the video session. This all information is get added in the header. The data now goes to the next layer called transport layer. Transport layer gives the reliability in the communication, flow control for avoiding congestion and fragmentations of data. There are many applications running in our computer. Each application process use unique port number. In our example, suppose our email application is using port number 16342. We will send this to email server which commonly use port number 25. Here we are using TCP protocol at the transport layer which is responsible to break down your data into smaller chunks called as segments. This kind of segment will be reassembled by TCP protocol at receiver end. All this information is get added in the header in the transport layer along with the source and destination port numbers. Now from the transport layer, we will move to the network layer. In the computer network, each node is identified by unique IP address. So you can see here sender having IP address 133.88.6.4 and receiver have IP address 152.8.7.11. In the network layer, IP protocol is adding source and destination addresses in the header and forms the packets. Network layer decide which path to choose to reach the destination based on IP address. This process is known as routing. Moving to next, in the data link layer, your packets become frames for specific networks like Ethernet LAN. Data link layer is responsible for reliable transfer between two nodes based on MAC address of the source node and receiver node, that is the next connected router in our example. The data link layer adds some informations in the header and trailer for error and flow control in addition of MAC addresses. Now this frame reached to the bottommost layer called the physical layer. Physical layer puts all the frame bits in the forms of signal in the medium like network cable. Your signal can also transmit through air in the forms of radio waves, microwave or infrared, which is known as a wireless communication. Now frame will send to the router based on MAC address. Router modify the data link layer and physical layer for different network like ATM WAN. Therefore, after physical layer in the router, it goes to data link layer. Router remove all data link layer information and send it to the network layer. Now router check the destination IP address in the network layer and determine where to send this packet. Router encapsulate the data with data link informations of the ATM WAN. Now router sends the data to the next connected router via physical layer. After that, router remove the data link information and send the data to network layer. Again, router use the IP address and decide the next path for the packet. After it determines the path, it's append appropriate data link informations according to the network type like Ethernet LAN here. Now your data reach to the destination server and it will be available at physical layer. Now every layer at receiver removes the informations added by the sender. So first data link layer remove the information and converts frame back to IP packet. Next, receiver remove the IP header and convert packet back to segment to transport layer. Here, transport layer reassemble the segment back into the original data. It also use the port number to determine the particular application for this data. Now, receiver use the session information to determine this data belongs to which communication stream. Moving ahead in the presentation layer, according the header, data can be uncompressed, decrypted, or interpreted and sent to application layer. At application layer, receiver applications reads the SMTP commands sent by the sender, and you will get your email message at receiver. That's hello world. So now you understand all the functionality of OSI model. In the next video, we will compare it with the TCP IP model. Till then, bye bye. If you like this video, press like and subscribe the channel and share the video. And don't forget to press the bell icon for my new video notifications. Thanks for watching.